There we go. Good morning. What's up, y'all? All right. We'll give everybody a few minutes here. Just checking up on a couple of setups that we went over last night. While we wait, snow opened up in range. That's good. That means I can fight it. Let's see here. Hood. Ooh, okay. That sucks. One's already up and out of there. Pretty close to the gap fill. Schwab. That looks good. Morning, brother. What's up? CO. Okay, that looks pretty good. Definitely a little bit of a longer expiration on that bad boy. Hold on. Look, is Celsius ever going to go back up again? Oh shit, I hadn't checked on my Roku equity. Holy shit, what happened? Damn. Yes, for you. I can't eat right now. I'm not eating a burrito on stream, yes. And but also I'm not hungry. Mamma mia. Not bad, dude. I'm up 55% on my Roku equity. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, y'all. What's up, everybody? If you're on TikTok, be sure to tap your screen. Hopefully, I'm not in too much trouble after last night. There we go. Welcome back. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have my average on is 94.29 is my exact average on this one. Yeah, 94. So basically, right about there ish. Not a bad average, especially if we can get up into the 175. So happy Monday. Yeah. All right. So let's get this party started here. It's about to be 9:30, so perfect timing. And we're going to start as we usually do. I'm going to go through a couple of headlines here that I think are important just to kind of give you guys a landscape of what to expect or what we should be expecting here. Oh, I got my glasses should be here today or tomorrow. So fucking excited for that shit. Uh, got the round glasses back, but and I went to the eye doctor. I went to a fancy eye doctor while I was gone, and they were like, "Dude, your prescription is fucked, bro." So I got a new one coming in. I'm pretty amped about it, but all right. So Wall Street futures guys jumped after Washington and Tehran reached a I know how to say the word preliminary agreement to end the Iran war and open up the crucial Strait of Hormuz, sending oil prices tumbling. Attention will turn to this week, or will turn this week to the Fed chair Kevin Warsh's first meeting at the helm of the Federal Reserve, which I'm gonna be honest with you, it's weird to say somebody else's name. No more Jerome Powell. I miss Papa Powell already. Anyway, with investors gauging his communication style, looking to Economic and interest rate projections on hint of a rate path. Separately, SpaceX shares are set to extend gains after a blockbuster debut this week. That's fucking the most manipulative headline you can ever read in your life. I mean, just like that is diabolical. Like it's set to make new gains is honestly someone should sue him. Um, but otherwise, a couple other heads up here. U.S. lenders brace for results of Trump's regulators' probe of alleged politically driven account closures. Tesla presented misleading full self-driving safety data to European regulators. Anthropic disables top-tier AI models for U.S. order limiting foreign access. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if you didn't go and look at what that website is capable of doing, you should. And I know why they took that shit down because it would have you. I'm not even joking. I think that a random person could have fucked up something really serious. Because that shit was finding bugs from 1997 in programming. I mean, it's actually, I saw somebody make Minecraft from scratch. I mean, it'll find a hole in whatever it is that you do, and again, I think that, obviously we should have it, but that's pretty interesting. Um, Musk says that SpaceX could bring 1 trillion in revenue by 2030. Sounds like he's kind of doing the Trump the Tesla thing again. But Iran and U.S. again have agreed to halt the war, reopen the Hormuz. So we are on a path. Now, of course, there are variables in this story, and it's not unrealistic for me to say that, of course, there is a certain made up country out there that does have it out to continue doing this, especially with Lebanon. So I just keep that in mind. It's not something that we're going to try to incorporate into our charts unless our charts are screaming something. So yeah, 1 trillion. So good morning, what's up, y'all? Good morning. All right, so that's our economic landscape here this morning. We've got all three ETFs this morning opening up. Now, I did discuss yesterday about being inside of the range. If you didn't watch last night's live, we talked about this weekly range that we're in, and I'll give it its credit. It's with above that 750 mark, which is that green candle there above us. So again, right now I'm sticking to my guns as far as potential range trading, but with the news that we have right now and the minimal overhead that we have above us, it is actually very much possible to see continuation to the upside. You gap up to a floor, awesome. This also lets you know that orb to the downside could be something that could be utilized today if this interests you. Again, I will not be participating in range trading. If that's something you choose to do, be my guest. But a break over that 274.18 mark would be obviously setting us up to potentially see that next new high like its IWM counterpart, which has already given us a beautiful punch back to the upside. Last week, somebody asked me in the chat, I think, what was it? I said either 272 or I think maybe 270 or 300. If we could either punch back or if we ended up breaking down underneath 277 after the dumpy. So, but we did in fact obviously reclaim punch back. And of course, you're seeing that new high. Now, this is 3 days of consecutive rippage, and I'm pretty damn good at this, at least when it comes to IWM. 3 consecutive days into rippage doesn't mean it's over, but it does mean I can start looking for signs of a slowdown. So could be interesting to, at minimum, maybe take it for a play down to 294 if we see price go higher and then move back under the thing that it broke, right? That would be one of those key things to look for. Again, when we look at it right now, does that look like a play that we should be taking? Probably not. At least based off of what we see in front of us. But if that occurs, of course. To the downside, within that area of consolidation, there is a small pre-market floor. That's going to be 296.80. If that is lost, I suspect we will see a move at least into that empty space underneath us. Yeah, I did forget to kind of go over that as well. We have FOMC Wednesday, right? And I didn't mention this, even though I was looking at the headline, it didn't. it is triple witching this week. And I'm going to go ahead and hopefully this needs to be or can be my only warning. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be trades. I can't promise that it's going to be chop or heightened volatility, because with triple witching, it's really you pick or choose. I've seen it chop, I've seen it stay in range, I've seen it rip and go all over the place. So we could see added volatility due to that. And also, this is a short week, so we do not have Friday, which, I mean, that's okay. Extra Hulk dump. Hulk dump. Okay. We'll see. Again, one thing I had a conversation with a friend of mine on the phone about. He was like, I just don't get it. Why are more people unhappy? Everything is crazy. Prices are going through the roof, but the stock market goes higher. Like, shouldn't we be looking for a short? And I'm like, if you know that somebody is openly manipulating or it is of interest to, and they have the power to do that to continue keeping that euphoria high, no, the stock market is a made up thing. None of this is fucking real. If we had a Carrington event, I mean, we'd lose half of this fucking data and everybody be out on their ass. It'd be probably the largest stock market crash of all time. But that being said, so if there's any sun watchers in here, give us a heads up, please. 100% accurate gold signals. Oh my God. Guys, I quit. I'm going to go follow VIP gold trades. All right. So anyway, moving on. Let's take a look at SPY really quickly. And of course, this one's going to be in that. Did I go over that one? Or was that the Qs? That was the Qs. Okay. So no, that was a. Did I go over SPY or Qs already? Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. Can't remember. What did I do? SPY, IWM, QQQ. That's right. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. All right. So QQQ is up, not at a box, not at a 24-hour box, but it is sitting. And actually, I called for this to get hit on the penny last night on NQ. I gotta start cracking open futures. I got money in that account that I didn't even really trade futures while I was gone. So I was trying to have a true detachment, which was very nice. I think that's a sneaky floor right there. Yeah, so again, I think looking at this on a lower time frame, as far as what needs to be reclaimed, we do have, and this is going to be tricky because it's not necessarily the box that we're looking at, but you have like two floors, right? This floor and then this separate floor. We got that one at 30.5, and again, looking at and translating this to the QQQ, we are sitting on floor. So right now we can't be bearish, right? At least for anything other than a pullback to 732. If that's lost, knock yourself out. Like that's obviously where we would be looking for potential continuation. And it's not a straight line, right? We'd see 230 or 731, excuse me, and then possibly a drop into that empty space. But looking at this on the other side of things, we also have the range that is pretty much filled with empty space up to 742.50 with the war ending. I would still be bullish. Be careful being bearish right now. If the deal falls through or something of that nature, for sure. But remember, we are in a market that is designed to do one motherfucking thing: go up. All right. So when we see, and we have tools to be able to see when those potential reversals are likely going to happen. Sell the news, rug pull coming later. The deal isn't what it seems. Oh, brother. Well, remember what I told you would happen? This would happen yesterday. I said that before you did, T-Money, but you gotta shut the fuck up, dude. You got to. I don't care. You're too much of this, bro. You got to. I mean, I think that's just life. There's somebody in your life that wants you to do the exact same thing. Hear my cry. All right. Anyway, that is all three ETFs here this morning and our economic news. Again, covering my setups. I think they're going to be focused on snow today. Now, I want to emphasize that this is doesn't necessarily have to be a bump down or a breakout today. We are in that pre-takeoff phase. So tread lightly. We got a gap down to the bottom. Yeah, there could be an opportunity to bounce that again. We could be looking at this 232.14 loss. So my priority on snow is great stop loss, good expiration, great target. Okay, that is literally, and I do, and I've talked about I talked about this last night. There's like a 226 level underneath us. Yeah, I think preferably I would like it to go up first. I know some of you guys are probably thinking the opposite, but I would prefer this thing actually pop, hit to the upside, go fill that empty space, and give me a much longer winded fall. In other news, hood gapped up, son of a bitch. Probably going to be outside of my hands at this point, seeing that it's very, very close. It would have to pull back all the way or nearly all the way for me to want to be able to get back into this, considering the gap fill is all I wanted. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm easing into the market as well. So Schwab looks good as well, but this one again still has some task, and it's difficult for me to get into things where I cannot set stop losses. So I will, obviously, if I decide to get in, I would only have a very small range underneath me. I'm not really feeling comfortable with necessarily going after until we see a secured candle close outside of 92 or 91, 94. So this one still looks really good. The goal on this one is to get it up into the 96.60 mark. So I like that one a lot. SoFi looks good. We'll take a look at it in just a second. I have a... That's just fucking diabolical. That's diabolical. All right. So Schwab, Hood, TSCO, and Snow. But as per usual, I would like to hear what you guys have to say, see what you guys are watching here this morning. So please, now that I'm back and you guys are inside of the Discord, if you're in the main Discord, again, my goal here is, I know a lot of you guys joined before I left, but my goal here is to make sure that you become an independent trader. I can't look good unless you do good. So, and that's all I care about. No, I'm just kidding. But I obviously want you to put your chart in the chat with a detailed explanation. I recommend using voice to chat because it speeds up the process so you don't lose any valuable points while trying to type. If you're somebody like me who thinks faster than they type. Sweden picks Rolls-Royce for new nuclear reactors. What the fuck? But anyway, that being said, drop your request. Let me know what you're taking a look at here this morning, and we'll go from there. So I know everybody's going to be looking at Tesla. And last night I did post inside of the Potter Stocks channel inside of with all of the, actually, let me, it's pretty cool. If you guys ever need it, you can always DM me for it. But last night that's not it. I don't like this thing. Yeah, there it is. So this thing actually ended up, man, yeah, this thing was so badass. Stocks covered in the meeting. These were all the stocks that I covered last night. I'm going to copy this. Control C, right? That's copy. So posting that in the live trading chat just to give you guys an idea of what you're. There you go. So I covered all of those stocks last night. So feel free to go and look back at that if you wish. And I'll be posting those more often like I did last night. So let's take a look at Tesla. First things first, folks. I don't see shit. All right, so let's look at the weekly. Nothing there. 4-hour time frame. Still well. Okay, so like I said last night, the 4-hour is going to be the cleanest and the crispest area to navigate this chart. Right now, as we speak, the first and overhead resistance we gapped up to is 412 with a overhead floor that must be reclaimed at 415.81. Through that, you have a 420 cost basis break that we're looking for to guarantee us a move up to 433.71, which could start the much bigger move to the inevitable 275 or 475, excuse me. So I'll be watching that one. Well, yeah, I have some alerts set on that one because if it does trigger these two boxes, that could be a pretty good play. But this doesn't look very good as of right now for, an immediate day trade. being opening up at resistance. I mean, I guess it depends on the player, to be honest with you. Underneath it, I always prefer gap fills. I would love to see this one gap fill pull back. How do we want it to pull back? We want it to go fast. Why? Because it's scary. What does it do? Cause people to sell and short. What does a quick reversal off of that empty space provide? Little to no resistance overhead. This causes sellers to get out of their positions rapidly and offers the opportunity to, in a mini sort of way, squeeze out. So that would be a preferred thing to do, of course, but don't always get what we want. All right. Drop that secret sauce on me. Yeah, I actually I'm not as sure if you guys remember this, but I actually have yeah, I can't add to Hood. I have 8 contracts of $100 calls on Hood for July 28th, or excuse me, for July 2nd. Sorry, that I held on to while I was gone. Um, but I mean, I'm actually it's actually not that bad. So, um, but we'll see. All right. So Tesla, not my immediate. I always want to be every trade I fucking take. I want to have broken through a box going into empty space. That's clear. Or it's in a box going into empty space. That's it. Does this give me that? It doesn't. And I don't trade it. There we go. All right. What's up, y'all? Netflix up 24. So something about this just tells me you gotta touch 78, man. I mean, it fill the fucking empty space up, and at that point, I mean, I'd be willing to check this thing out with you, because it's got a great setup. In fact, it has a great signal to the upside as we speak right here, right? 8111, the 80. So I mean, set alert on that box. Yeah, that empty space back up to 85.35, all looks great. If I'm being honest with you. Hold on. I forgot to do my caffeine shot. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest with you, I freaking missed you. I freaking missed you too, dude. If you don't drink this stuff, if anybody in here takes, any sort of ADHD medication, I am raw dogging life with unmedicated. This shit helps a lot. Although, be careful with the ashwagandha. I drank that for like a week straight. Try to feel like the fucking Terminator. Yeah, yeah. Right. What is it? It's like a mushroom sludge, my boy. It's green apple juice, pineapple juice, peaches, tamarind pulp, lion's mane mushrooms, ashwagandha, reishi mushrooms, turkey tail mushrooms, cordyceps, chaga, bacopa, and green tea extract. God. Yeah, dude, this shit get me. I feel like, feel like I could. I feel like I could think of anything. I can think of anything. From where? It's from Arden's Garden. I'm not exactly sure if it's in your area, but it's from Atlanta. Yeah, so maybe not. If you're near Atlanta, it's yeah. I have bad ADHD. I do too, guys. I was a test case study for Vyvanse. I was like, what? They tested that shit on me. I was a part of like a study group. Crazy. All right. It's called Arden's Gardens Focus Plus. All right. What do you guys got for me here? Fox is acquiring Roku at 160 a share. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait. Oh man. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? All right. I'll get it out. I'll sell that. I hit a diagnosis, but I don't take anything. I don't know if that's good, but life is kind of hard. Yeah, dude. One day I'll talk about that. Obviously now's not the time, but Yeah, I still to this day struggle with a lot of different things, like lack of motivation all of a sudden for no reason. I'm just like, nope. Yeah, weird. But there's a lot of things that you can do to counteract that. All right. I'm learning ways. All right, Microsoft breaking down trend potential upside potential. Well, all is good. Yeah, yeah. So you got a good touch. Yeah, this is great. That I think I remember. I think I remember some of you guys talking about that one. But obviously, when you gap up, we want to reclaim a floor. The floor is 402. You're not near the floor. The floor is clear as fuck. You have a box separating you from that floor, so there is no question. This is where I come to simple conclusions, and there's no doubt in my mind. Above 403, you can get the party started. I think we talked about that as well. Now, the gap underneath you could, I mean, that is a liability. So I would say, be mindful on the lower time frame, 2 hour and such, to make sure that that floor is held. Honestly, you want that gap filled quickly and then bounce and move right back up. So, do you not like metals? They're just not really tasty. No, I do. They're slower, so I mean, you're not gonna find me like day trading metals very often. It's all setup based, guys. It's like I might like metals, but if the setup's not there, I'm not gonna trade or try to trade it until I see it. So, oh shit. Yeah, I can take a look at that in just a second. So, and Blake, be careful with that channel development, right? Because I think I prefer an uptrend and overall like one of these, as it does hold more confluence and points of contact across the board. Um, so I would say, short term downtrend, but at the same time, right, if you're charting this, I would prefer, right, that your line again has more points of contact. Just coming off the top like this can be a really, I don't want to say irresponsible, but like it's not accurate. That is, and can and will influence confirmation bias, where you're drawing things that fit what you expect. And that's obviously something that can skew the potential for gains on that. So, all right, let's take a look at HL to the upside. By the way, so that would be my only chart. I do see a box that you're missing, the one that I just drew directly up in front of you. So make sure you incorporate that and then focus on the most recent price action on the hourly. I want you to chart those boxes. We might have time for you to rechart that up, Blake, because I want you to focus on the very most um, uh, price action, the first price action. So, well, yeah. I think somebody asked me about this before I left, perhaps. Maybe not, actually. Here's a different one. It looks familiar. That being said, I see a floor at 1670 here, so I'm going to go ahead and say that's going to be your first target here today. And of course, any sort of continuation, 1725 and outside of 1778, you got empty space and a gap and more. So any Tesla pullback, I am not trading that fucker. Nope, not today. All right, saw Baba to the upside. Bad? Baba. Yeah. Ooh, Yogi. If you want to go watch my analysis on Tesla, you can go back to the YouTube. I'm live on YouTube right now. So you guys can check that out. Yeah, PLTR. Yeah, I'll go over PLTR in a second. Yeah, so could you see Tesla push down, fill the gap, and continuation to the downside? Oh, to the downside? I mean, it's yeah, maybe. I mean, I guess not being able to. I'm not gonna say yes, right? I'm not gonna say yes when you have or you are over. Like, no, right? If you lose 402.90 or you lose 403, sure, you can try that. But other than that, I can't. I wouldn't be able to like. That's just me guessing, right? That could happen, and that really doesn't do me any good. So go to your lower time frame, 15, 5 minute, and start measuring where that could happen, right? Because that's the problem we can solve. I would say 402 break, and you probably see downside. So, um, yeah. Okay, so anyway, for Baba, I'm gonna be honest with you. Good bounce, great bounce, good empty space. So I mean, if you're looking at a retest trade, I think 117, 118.80, and 120 would be solid targets. My only issue, I think, with this one is I mean, actually, I wouldn't even say it's an issue because this would be a breakdown retest of the same overhead resistance that you fell from. But you are trying to trade something up that is technically going down. Okay, so you're at a 50% mark there. So let's look at it again in the 24-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame. Good consolidation. I can't I can't really give you a really confident answer on this one. And again, I'm always going to be honest with you guys about this shit because making up analysis is just a great way to help people lose money. This is something that, yes, you could speculate on a bounce, and I'll leave it at that because I don't see anything on the chart necessarily other than perhaps that 24-hour bounce off of that 50% mark. But other than that, I mean, you still have a gap down here at 107. So I would say 116, 118.80 are two targets that could potentially get hit. So be sure to tap you guys' screen if you guys are on TikTok. This is all free. Okay, so what are we looking at on this one? Type 1 insulation replacement. Chart is in the box. Okay, so I'm in the chart. I don't know how or why, but I already have this charted. So thanks past me. But I would still be correct. My 205 level is still what needs to be reclaimed. My cost basis of 215 still needs to be punched back. And I think at that point, yeah, this is obviously something that is catalyst based. So I would be looking at some potential move on that one. I already went over the QQQ. All three ETFs have already gone over. ELTR. Oh my god. This I don't mean anything negative by this, okay? All right. These are things that you ask me now, like I am setting alerts. That is all that matters on something like this because it is perceivably a pretty difficult, right? And I see the box can get punched through. I think this morning you would really, and I see the upside being the highest. Well, actually, I mean, the downside is not empty. So it's hard for me to pick that one. But yeah, I get why people would want to look at this one for that upside. My only issue with this one is the fact that it's a giant fucking box. So that being said, if it's going to go up, right, it's likely because it's going to continue to stay in range. Now, one thing that I can see here pretty clearly is it does pretty damn good at filling up that empty space. So we need to be for sure. For me, that for surety, and I think this could probably be redrawn, right? What's wrong with my box right here? It looks like shit, right? What the fuck is this? Not anything that's as important as that. So I would say 136.25, you should be on your motherfucking way. Now, should you, if this thing pulls back fast, taps this, holds itself back up, could you look at a potential reversal there and back over 130? Of course, right? Start the trade with a great stop loss. So I can see that one working out, but obviously we just need to see move. You were just on dad trades? I was? No, it wasn't. Wait, was I? Dad trades? Dad trades? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. He might be, nah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't trust that. I really, and I'm gonna be God, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say anything else about it. Religion and stocks contradict the fuck out of each other. this should be one of the most abrasive places for a spiritual, soul. So I think it's a manipulative tactic to use God to reel in people who believe in God to buy my shit. And I know that he says it's free. That's a funnel, but I don't think he's probably not a bad dude, but I just don't fuck with that shit. And the stock market, like I saw somebody say, like, I know God has got me in this journey into trading, and I'm like, does that mean that God's just abandoned some kid in the Middle East? Because there's plenty of Christians out there, but he's helping you with your stock market endeavors. Like I keep my spirituality and my stock market shit separate. Anyway, what do they say? It's harder for a rich man to pass through an eye of a needle, or it's easier to get a camel through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. Anyway, I'm not here for spiritual journey lessons. So Carvana, uh, yeah, I didn't write that though. Carvana's part of me feels short on this one, a little bit, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. What's going on with SpaceX? Um, Pack rips with dad. I know what your channel's about. But right now, I think SpaceX is probably going to pop up again. And then I think inevitably it will pull back. It will go through a consolidation phase. That will be a very volatile one, where it will look like it might be going up, and then eventually, probably do what every other stock does. So first group I joined was Stock Dads for Financial Freedom. Their pricing was insane. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like those guys. So Carvana is situated safely inside of a box, and we could go ahead and say this point blank that you are in between two ranges, right? Which makes trading that much more difficult. So we need to see a price be under 61 or through 59.31, which I think this actually, folks, I think this is pretty interesting. I do. I think 48.50 could actually hold on. All right, invert your chart, or if you can't, flip your whole entire desk setup upside down, or you flip upside down, stand on your head for just a second. Watch this. So I think higher high, right? Overhead resistance of 57. This could be a breakdown trade to 48.55 and 44.50. I just convinced the fuck out of myself. Okay, we're going to add that one to the watch list. Carvana. You could always give. You could always give $5,000 to coach. He'll make you a millionaire. He says he'll make you a millionaire. Yeah. Whatever happened to fucking men with fucking like a backbone and shit? Like slimy fucking slugs just fucking grifting. Trying to sprinkle salt, baby. All right. Yeah. It was mad funny. A couple of years ago, there was like just straight up like people who were making content videos that would all of a sudden switch over to trading, and they'd be like, I'm teaching trading now. I'm like, oh shit. That's not good. All right. So Circle, wasn't the CEO on the, or no, who was on the fuck? I thought I saw the CEO. Was it Circle? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I think I saw maybe it was like the CEO. Anyway, we got great consolidation. We have empty space on both sides of the trade, right? We have empty space below to 64. Obviously with a couple, I would say 72.75 is going to be your first target. That is 50% of that. 72.60. You got, oh, yeah, all right, okay, shit. All right, fuck. Looks good. That kind of looks good. So here's how I would trade this. Now, there's, again, inside of a box, I don't take the liberty of trying to decide which direction until we see the proper amount of waves. We see one, two, three, one, two, three. So we are maxed out, right, inside of this box. We got invitation to co-host. Absolutely not. Um, 81. Okay, so here's how I would like to play this. To the downside, I would either A, like to see price pop up, or try to pop up and then fail and take its pre market low for the gap fill for it to spill down to 72. That would be preferred. I like that actually a lot. But I would want this to get tapped, fail, drop, and then so that would be preferred. On the alternative side of this, 8450, again, there is empty space to the upside here. So if you could pop up and go and shoot for that 8950, that could be very much something to look for. So, all right. Thank you guys for tapping your screen. Why is Roku not trading at Fox's 160 purchase price? Well, it's going to get there. It's not that far away. It'll get there. It'll like creep. A lot of the times it'll creep into it. Yo, who the fuck is Lucky? And why does he keep trying to invite me to his live? Get the fuck out of here, dude. All right. Let's see here. So that's and then Blinka, your chart looks good. I like your chart a lot. Everything looks good. You should be able to navigate that one just fine. So, all right. Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Now, it's 9:07. Potter Pants, I missed you. That's funny. Um, that I asked last night, but if you were to just in one word describe how the last 2 weeks of me not being in here, for those of you guys who are on that independent journey, how has it gone? Do you feel more confident? Do you feel like you didn't know as much as you probably should have? Are you making impulsive decisions? What'd you find out? What'd you learn about yourself and your trading? I'd love to see if you guys just, again, drop one word in the live trading chat. How was your experience? Again, and a lot of you guys I know did well, but I think Cordyceps is, yeah. But Def more confident, didn't see many setups that I like. Tesla chopped my ass up. Rotold Dividend, chopped cheese. Impulsive. Okay. Impulsive. All right. Greed is dumb. Be happy with the win on the day and walk away. That's what I learned last week. Capital gains, taxes, going crazy. Damn, I did not mute you for long enough. There you go. That guy's name is the Cracker Monster. Okay. Yeah. Grew more confidence in myself and where I feel that I can tell that story and make the play out without saying a word. Love you, Mr. P. Dude, amazing. Good. More confidence, understanding levels where we need to be before entering trades. Love to see that, King. Love to see that, King. Learn to hold the trade, manage photo. Let's fucking go, guys. Cool. Good. What's up, y'all? All right.
I learned that I could go to sleep without hearing your voice.
Wow. Yeah, one of the got to learn how to go to sleep alone before you can sleep with anybody else.
Yeah, I haven't slept in 2 weeks.
Oh shit.
Last night, like a baby.
Oh man. I feel like I did okay for being new. I mean, Nunya, you could probably stop trading for the rest of the year and be okay. um realize I'm screwing myself trying to day trade. Yeah, how many of you guys feel like and I just wish I could shove this lesson into everybody's brain is you'll know when it's clear. You'll see it. It'll be so clear for you. And it's just sometimes the want and need to, or both, to make money, even though there's no setup. So it is, I mean, day trading is something that can be, you can make it work, but you need to know where and when, because conditions need to be in your favor. So what do you want? You want expansion. You want continuation. You don't want every price point to be rejecting, retesting. That's what happens inside of a box. And I really do think that a lot of you who are still suffering, go look at your day trades. Go plug that into a trade tracking app that shows you where you got in and where you got out, and feel it, because you're going to feel kind of stupid, for allowing yourself to be tempted into things that, and again, I'm not saying this because I haven't been through it. Me having this attitude is realizing how much more money I can make if I focus on the things that work and the stress levels drop. But that might mean that for the next 2 weeks, I'm not watching, or I take 2 or 3 trades, right? That could be a real thing. Maybe snow doesn't trigger at all. And I don't take, or I get stopped out. But that being said, being able to say, and be that patient waiter, that sniper. I mean, I kind of low key hate when people use that metaphor because it's just overused. But it's like, I mean, for real, you are watching a series of setups and waiting to fire when that setup looks great, right? Why is snow on the watch list, right? And that's what you're going to find, is everything that I do is always going to have those same things, because I'm trying to keep myself safe while also still placing myself in opportunities that are going to give me, I can put in less money, drops the risk level, drops the stress levels. Now I can think, now I can manage. I can take my trade target base to trim, secure profit, stress levels drop, and then I let my runners run and I start making real big leaps, real big moves forward. And I know some of you guys have experienced that. I think it's worth waiting for. I think it's worth saying, fuck this small 5-minute trade. I don't need it. I need that one that's going to go for 3 days. And that's okay. It's not greedy. It's just fucking observation. That's somebody who has mental discipline. If that's what you've decided to do, is say, I will not. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're somebody who is struggling with impulsivity, you better get a drum circle started in your motherfucking room right now, because you better start some mantras. And I'm not joking. I teach my children this. If you don't like the behavior that you're exhibiting, you need to parent yourself. I will not. Say it the fuck out loud. I am not trading this bullshit. I am not. Say it over and over again. I know that sounds stupid. I know it sounds corny, but there's, just a couple 100,000 years of a bunch of different tribes and people all over the world using mantras for a lot of the same things, but you are telling your brain what is going to happen. Your brain's not always in control, guys. We are able to train our brain like a dog. You just got to know how it works. So I'm listening to you, Daddy. All right, well, that's the first mistake. Let's get this guy out of here. I'm just kidding. I studied the NVIDIA chart this AM, and the Potter box showed itself. First time I got it. All right, well, let's, instead of giving you a pass, let's go ahead and elaborate on that for me, Fancy Pants. I want to hear what you have to say. Let's see. I'm only doing this because that's awesome. I love that somebody's going out there, going to find the Potter box. I want to obviously help them make sure that what they're seeing is a Potter box. I'm aware of that, but sometimes I think triggers in hindsight. It was just me being impatient. And here, I'm going to say this today, and you're going to go out and you're going to make the same stupid mistake. You're going to do it, okay? And maybe because I said it and you're defiant, now you're not, which I triggered a bunch of you guys. Tricked you. But no, seriously, you're going to make this mistake again, and it's up to you based on what you do after that mistake. You're not going to like how you feel, right? Or maybe you get away with it and you do, catch something pretty decent, but obviously that's where, if it doesn't work out, or even if it just takes up a lot of your time, I saw a lot of you guys getting chopped up on the ETFs in certain areas, and it's like, that's where you obviously taking a step back, zooming out on your chart, and focusing on things that make sense. I'm not looking at any of the ETFs because all of them have already expanded. So why am I going to chase them? Why am I going to IW? I mean, I think the Qs and SPY have the possibility to go and make a new high. IWM front run that move. But yeah, anyway, all right. Yeah, condition your brain. Really, really do. I saw the move out of the box high. I think I saw the 1, 2, 3. Okay, is this on the hourly? Give it what time frame is this on? Every day and every way we get better. Never fail. It starts by wanting to get better too. You know, like you got to want to do better, want to be better, and you know, it's funny how life works, right? If you can want to be better and not actually take any action to do it, but your life gets more uncomfortable, and eventually we either accept that uncomfortability and live in it, or we change, right? And that's how most things. I mean, I like the lobster metaphor. Most lobsters, when they grow too big for their shell, they got to go in a deep, dark hole, and they got to shed the shell. It's not a painful or it's not an easy process. They sit in that and they regrow their shell, a bigger one, and then they come out when they're ready. So, all right, I started month, week, daily. Okay. All right, so let's make a correction here then. So on the let's go ahead and start with the 24-hour or the weekly, right? For the weekly, we don't really have anything other, right, than an overhead resistance that needs to be re-broken out. That's actually pretty good because I can say that above 210, maybe we can. I don't see a box. However, I do see a floor. That floor would be right around 197, the bottom of the green candle, actually, 198.83. So that would be step one. This is step two underneath you. But other than that, nothing else, right? And then here, I see that the empty space has been filled up to the downside. And we are now going back up to retest the floor that we lost at 210.60. Sound familiar? That's because it is. That's for that weekly level. So we go to the 4 hour. Now, I would argue right now that you are possibly even making a box. You do have a range over here to your left. So that might be what you saw. So, I mean, in that case, it's not a box, right? I can't give it a box. It's got one major bounce here, and then you kind of bounce and fail on the second one. I think if I zoom in, however, that may be different. It is. So, NVIDIA, not bad on the hourly. You had a box. That box reclaimed the floor. You're up at that overhead resistance. So now it's reliant on a gap fill, a pullback quickly, gap fill, pop, and then at that point you do have absolutely empty space up to 215. Possible runners going up a little higher. So not bad. What do I think about AMC? I'm up 100% holding stocks only. You got to give me a minute on that one. Hold on one second. I just felt that that Arden's Garden hit my bloodstream just now. Holy shit. Warp speed. Shit. Oh, Neil bought me this record. Oh, I'm so excited. I forgot about it. I'm learning so much for you. Thank you for taking the time to explain. Yes, of course. All right, let's crack down here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna shift through the rest of these. Okay, AMC here. I said this before. 265 is the clearest target to me. At that point, there are remaining pockets of empty space, but I would start looking at maybe like the short levels, like a short interest that's available, or what is that, you know, because that can be a defining factor. But yeah, that floor right there at 265, maybe a little up at that 278. So today you're going to be looking for price to leave the 247 mark. So snow about a week out. So I mean, and going back to what we were just talking about, I just want to kind of narrate this. I've got Snow, Hood, Schwab, TSCO, and Carvana all on the watch list. None of them have officially triggered. I think Schwab is already on the way, right? Hood, I have contracts that I for July that I held on to from I don't. Yeah, actually, I have to go look at when I filled on those. Um, that being said, I know, like deep down, right? The you know, year one trader within me is like, I want to find a trade. I look at all of my setups, I set my alerts. What is my job? To make sure that I take a trade that I can set a stop loss on with a good expiration and target based contract. If I can't do that based on where price is at now, my job is to watch. And that's it. So if you don't see something right now, but you do see a good setup, I want today to be a great day for you to practice sitting and waiting and watching and not touching it. You don't always have to be, just because you see a 5-minute candle pop up, is that motherfucker still in a box? Stop letting these lower time frame candles influence you. Remember, the 24-hour time frame is the most important for us to be able to. Obviously, if it's a lower time frame down setup, then whatever. But I held hood. Damn, you're a boss, dude. Don't look at me like I'm a hero on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I low key kind of forgot that was. I saw the expiration on it. I think before I left, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just hold it." So I wasn't like, I literally was just fucking. I wasn't really trying to be.
The best stop loss is not
It
getting
surprised me, if I'm being honest with you. We won more taking trades EFD. I've won more taking trades end of day compared to market open. That is literally, I mean, that is one of the main concepts behind what I do. I don't know how to say your name, dude. I don't even know if there's even a way to do that. I might have to call you Ox. Ox before 8 code. I don't know. You're not convincing me that you're not AI. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see here. What else do we got? All right. Stone. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. What's that? Like a little bit of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Some of this. Yeah, I mean, it's 1232. I think it's probably a pretty reasonable target over the wick at 1187. It's not crazy, but obviously there could be a, full tap up there at 1350. That, no, that wasn't earnings. Yeah, I did. I did. Are you looking at any setups today? I'm new here and wanting to learn from you. Yeah, if you want to go back to the YouTube channel, I've already covered a whole bunch of stocks: Snow, Hood, Schwab, TSEO, and Carvana. I'll be watching the QQQ today, probably not taking a trade on it. I will not be led into lower time frame bullshit unless I can see absolution on it. So yeah, today, and it's also Monday's my first day back. I'm obviously going to be on point today, making sure that whatever if we see a pop up and then that pop gets faded, I might look at a small short to the downside. But I'm gonna be honest with you, if it's not my setup, I ain't fucking with it. So, which is how it should be anyway. All right, let's see. NVO to the upside. I talked about this one last night. This is just making it over your pre-market highs at this point. I mean, fuck that old box at this point. It's just really in between you, this, that, and then I believe you're what? Is this 50%? Not yet. So 44.89, and then you'll have to touch the wick at 45.17, and then you got 45.50. Damn. Yeah, those Q calls probably doing great, man. Okay, so I mean that's good, right? Obviously bouncing off of good structure. You got mostly empty space up above you. You have the overhead previous resistance here at 35.85, which is also the, right around the first green candle here and the wick. So, I mean, yeah, looking at this, it doesn't look like it's, you know, it didn't immediately bounce off. I think that always in these scenarios, I prefer for price to pull back and then launch out. And if you can get that, I think that looks good. 33.93 would be the first overhead target there. Um, yeah, that actually looks that would be my preferred method. Obviously, if this thing does pop out above pre-market highs, you really don't have much of a choice. Unfortunately, that's something that could happen, pop and then drop down in. So, I mean, it's a little sketchy, but I can see the potential of it moving back up for that simple retest. I know there's more, but it is going to be breaking out over the previous overhead resistance that's going to do it for you. So, oh, you were talking about Apple? Oh, shit. That's all good. Um, well, it's definitely a range, but Apple uppies. Okay, so we'll may have a request for that one. Yeah, I would suspect that within the next coming days, we should be looking at an expansion, yeah, an expansionary move on Apple. Right now, I think I can still see that you are maintaining some sense of an uptrend while you're falling or while you fell. It's always a good sign. Got a nice little channel there, so I would be expecting something like this today. And I mean, that first little node right here is, I mean, this is really your only option, right? Um, your pre-market high could be a great place to try to take that. It is great empty space. That gap's just going to be the only thing that's going to be tricky. So yeah, I mean, it lower time frame, you know, as long as you have a good stop loss on this one, I could see it filling up at least 296, and then of course you're looking for 298.73. So all right, AMS. Bro, BB and Trump already clashing over peace deal? Yes. So real quick before the bell rings, folks, I want you guys to remember I am watching, and I'm pulling up these stocks right now on my top screen here. I am watching my stocks. I don't have any plans to take them immediately unless I am triggered to do so. So in Snow, watching that one really, really closely today. I'm keeping an eye on the cues. Hood is, I mean, I'm not probably going to get out of those contracts that I have. Uh, and Schwab and TSCO. That one actually might give me a trigger today. We'll see. Carvana being the last one there. Carvana. And that one's definitely not triggered either. So, all right. TSCO. Yeah, looking for a break over the overhead high. Decent expiration. You know, again, this is a you can play it a multitude of different ways. The first and most formidable target is going to be 34.28. Anything beyond that is not guaranteed until the floor is reclaimed. So, see a bunch of people talking about SoFi. That's great. That's great. The range is great. The box is great. It means that in the future there's going to be a pretty decent move on SoFi. I would assume probably within the next month. You've got two off the bottom, you've got two off the top. It's great. Yeah, it's great. It just needs to pick a motherfucking direction. And yeah, you just need to be patient. This inside bar does nothing to help you. In fact, you could very easily lose this and fall to the floor. So, all right. 30 seconds. Remember, I'm here to help. While I watch what I need to watch. So I'll be shifting and scanning all over the place. I'm gonna go ahead and sell Hood since a little surprise for myself. It's up 144%. Ding 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 ding. 300%. Good God. All right. That's a lie. And it's gone. And it's back. Okay. I will not be impulsive. You fucking will not be impulsive. I'm gonna sell half of it since it's ripping. Okay, I got filled at the bid, so I guess fuck me then, right? Wow. All right. I'm not going to talk about that one anymore because it's not like we took it together or anything. But if you do have Hood, congratulations. Good job. 102.50 could be that runner target. You just tapped 100. I just sold some of those July contracts that I was hanging on to. And let's see what else do we got here. Old Snow hasn't really moved yet. It's creeping. Tesla.
The snow gap up,
Pull
was that
back quickly.
retracement you're looking
Okay,
for?
pull back quickly to your pre-market low. That's pretty good. So now we have that bounce. That should give you enough, right? Typically to try to reverse. If it doesn't, that means that there's likely a failure. So if you keep trying to get back up and you can't get over 412.40, you're likely going to fall to get the volume that you need, right? You need that volume down here. It's waiting for you. But we'll see if pre-market low has enough to hold. So far it is.
Otter, can you hear us?
Let's get some hairy boxes. That's crazy. Snow seems to be taking a downside avenue right now. Just hit the floor. Just now.
Hey, can you hear anybody or no?
Schwab is falling. Carvana is curling.
What's up, man?
Nothing there.
Have a conversation.
If you guys see something, say something.
Yeah, we don't need him anyway, you know. Hola, papi.
What? Can I not? Oh, I cannot hear you. Oh no, I can't hear the Discord.
Then you guys looked at Nike.
Why can't I fucking hear you guys? I just heard somebody this morning. I thought you guys were just being really quiet.
Your mom.
And there it is. So you had enough? Who's trying to talk?
All of us, bro.
Hola, papi.
Everyone is trying to talk? Damn.
We've been trying to
It was just
call you.
an experiment, you know, to see how you guys could deal with adversity. I don't know.
Why you gotta put us on timeout for?
Otter, have you looked at Nike at all in the last month?
Hey! Oh!
Yeah, boy, still just
Nice. Okay, Snow. You're starting to tickle. Short week, so. Good God. Jesus Christ, Snow is so expensive. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. You said Netflix is moving fast? Let's take a look. It is. Good empty space up there. That one's gone. Don't chase it. So feel the temptation. You don't have to act on it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get plugged in here on the Discord while I'm also trying to watch these stocks here. Motherfucker. Come in. So what's up? Good morning, buddy. Oh, my volume's muted. Like all the way. Okay, I can hear you guys now. What's up, buddy? Morning, baby boy.
That snow pullback, the gap up.
There's a wolf spider on the carpet right now? Where? Like in the living room?
Yeah, the pullback in the living room.
Hey, yo.
Fast.
Damn.
Your mom.
Damn, dude, Netflix. What the fuck? Hey, papa. Sal. Yo, what's up, papa?
Yo soy tu papá.
Real quick, papa. I don't know why, but my UNHs, unless it's a glitch, they went up hella crazy. What? Unless it's a glitch, my UNHs are up hella crazy. My 500s. But dude,
Do
my
it.
UNHs at 406.
Yeah. Oh. I usually don't kill spiders, but I ain't got time for all that. All right.
Yeah, dude, it's a glitch, Holmes. Because it says I'm up.
Discord, can somebody talk, please?
I'm
We're all
talking.
talking.
Yo.
Nope, can't hear. What the fuck? Why? Yeah, now I got big metal boobies. No, on Discord. Okay, now I can hear.
Are you sure?
All right, there you go. Yeah, I can hear you. Holy shit! Sorry about.
It's really him.
It's me. It's me. All right, nothing's.
You heard me this morning.
I did hear you. That's why I was like kind of weirded out. I was like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. Looks like Nvidia. I see the semiconductors curling up, so keep an eye on Nvidia just up in that 215 area. That is empty space. I'm still remaining patient right now. I'm just scanning around. Meta? What are we meta? Oh my god. So I actually didn't follow my own instructions this morning. Do you guys remember what we talked about last night? We talked about the QQQ gapping up and then the ETFs following, or the individual equities following. Now, I didn't look at Meta this morning. You said Walmart. What? Meta?
Yeah.
Well, I did. Go ahead.
Sorry, bye. Bye-bye. CoreWeave, did you ever take it?
No. I did not.
You posted it on Friday.
Yeah.
Good, Potter. I was gonna take that, but
Yeah, I mean,
at the 130s.
I didn't take it because I was just posting that it was something that has a trigger directly up in front of it that's currently being tapped right now. And then outside of 109 is really where I'd like to hammer this trade. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to see. Obviously, this is a chart that looks really good. But I honestly think that it is one that could, and I think their CEO was on. I'm pretty sure he was on this morning, but I'd like it to kind of pull back and retest to give us that consolidation because Corby likes that. All right, Snow is retested, but still failing to hold on to that. So gonna keep my eyes on Snow right now.
Damn, airline's ripped.
Hey Potter, can you check? Can you take a look at Stub?
Yeah, 1 second. Nothing I have on the watch list right now is triggering for me yet. So I'm being patient, not really pushing for anything at the moment. I'm just scanning. $192 on that one. Did you hit something? I mean, you're bouncing off of where you need to bounce, so that's good. You got filled. So it's just going to be literally over that wick of 1165. Flip that candle, and you could go see that 1215. So, yep, SPY and the Qs. Qs are again kind of on that. I see 742 on the Qs for SPY. We're actually here now, same place but different. AMD is insane. Yeah, it is.
Hey Potter.
What's up, brother?
Not to, I know you're busy, so no rush on this one, but I was
I'm
looking at
good, man.
Nike as more of an equity play. The 24-hour weekly, there's some empty space there, and it's been treated like a broken company just because of issues it's faced over in China. And I just feel like in a 5 to 25-year hold, not necessarily only through that weekly empty space you see right there, but I mean, in 10 years, this stock could be right back up to 150 plus.
I think I mean, again, I'm not a fundamentalist, yeah, they have their own parking spots at the every single one of their sponsored player has their own parking spots at the Nike World headquarters in the back, right by the soccer field. I stood in Derek Jeter's spot. Yeah.
That's a fire little place to shop.
It's a it's crazy. But I used to
It's
I did hardwood flooring. We installed a black Ipe check mark in the main office, and then I also came back with another job as a window cleaner. So I was like, do their wood floors. Then I came back almost a year later, and I was cleaning their windows. All right. Anyway, getting back to Nike, yes, I think that on the chart, of course, there is opportunity. I think to get right back up there. From a fundamental level, right? I don't know, and I don't do that sort of research on a typical basis. So that's where I would trust you and your research, or you should trust you and your research. And obviously, based on what you believe, which you think this is bullish, you can take a position based off of that alone, right? So yeah, this could be a great place to buy. Obviously, this is kind of like, and I like buying here because it's kind of like, well, if it doesn't bounce here, then it's over. You know what I mean? Literally, that's it. So gap fill 51, that would be preferred. And then once that happens, you've got a floor here at 54. So there's a plethora of opportunities within the chart that sponsor a potential. I mean, even right there up to 114, it's a great move. So I get all my Nike clothes for free. Is that you, Dust?
My little brother.
5-figure discount.
I thought that was you, and you just photoshopped yourself in there. But that's fine too. But yeah, damn, that kind of. Do you know that at the world, you guys can't hear Discord? Okay, hold on 1 second. There you go. You said watch IWM pre-market lows. Yeah, I have my alert should have gone off. Yeah, underneath 296.48, there's that 295 area. Let's see, what do you have above you? Okay, so you did wick up. You didn't touch 298, but you did wick up there and touch it, or wick up a little bit, so it might be enough. Let's look at the 3. That's tough because you fell so fast. Hi, Rogue. He said Apple's moving. Yeah. Guys, I'm just sticking to my guns here. I told you guys some of these things look good, but like Apple right there just filled that empty space up to a T. So in order for continuation to occur, what do we need to happen? We need to see the floor above us reclaimed, or a floor, any floor reclaimed, like that one right there. So not bad, not bad, not bad. All right. I am going to do a really quick scan here. ABGO. Let's go to the hourly here. Zoom out a little bit.
CCL finished the empty space. Filled up the empty space.
I saw that hit that target. Yeah. This one gapped up and punched back. That's actually diet. That's actually pretty bitch and trade. Do you guys see that NVIDIA is selling bonds to raise like 20 billion or something shit like that?
Oh shit.
I'll have to read you guys the full breakdown. It's it's pretty crazy, dude. They're just moving money in between each other. Just scanning to see if there's anything that hasn't moved yet, or it's all stuck in a box. INTC.
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I'm new to IPOs and stuff, and I know you kind of went over SpaceX, but
Yeah.
when are we going to see options for that?
That should open. That's very soon. Yeah, that was like very. Yeah, they actually they expedited that shit because usually there's like a pretty decent period of non-trading, but yeah, I would say relatively soon. I think he said yesterday or tomorrow. I just want to put. I just want to put. It's usually a year, but 1 week. Yeah, they rushed that shit. Yeah, options open tomorrow, so you'll be able to trade options on the. They're gonna. All right, I'm gonna really say this carefully. I probably shouldn't say it at all. When they open up, and I've only seen this a couple of times and been fast enough to do it. When they open up, they will be at their lowest, and within a minute, they will. As soon as they fucking open, they will. I mean, quadruple, flipple in price. occasionally. If you have IWM right now, IWM is pushing that or sitting right on that floor at the moment with empty space back up above it. If it cannot bounce and recover that, if you look at it right there at that 296.87, that's actually, yeah, careful right there. Pop, and then that would be kind of nice if you could drop there. What's your opinion on companies moving money between each other like Nvidia? I bet it's a bubble. Yeah, I mean that's a bubble. AI might not be a bubble like it itself. I mean, I know there's probably hard arguments on that one, and I'm not going to be. What about it? Is it ripping still?
Oh no, I was saying it looks good. If you go to 24 hours.
All right, let me look at that one in just a second. Hold on one second. But yeah, with Nvidia, it is something that inevitably when, and I think it's Trump gone. However, and whenever that happens, when he's gone, this charade ends, and I think you would see price go back to mean, at minimum. So anyway, but yeah, no, you are. It's trying. Yeah, it's trying. All right, so let's.
Welcome back, Papa.
Potter,
No.
did you get back into Elf equity?
I'm still in.
Dude, I bought it for $49. I'm up 32%. Like,
Brother.
Crazy.
You see why I love Elf Beauty?
Like, I don't even, I feel like long.
You like it?
Again, I know I've been on
You should
a
show.
little kick since you've been gone, but fundamentally, like.
Dude, I bought Peyton.
It'll be fucking amazing.
Oh my god, Peyton's about to show herself on camera. Oh, the back of her hair. That's the back of my head's wife. Give me all the views, guys. Come on now. All right.
Your head's wife.
My head's wife. I bought her this automatic curler. That like you just. I can. I already tried it.
Ooh,
Yeah, it looks so pretty.
I'm curly too. Party.
Back to what you were saying, my guy. Yeah, does look good. I am watching Celsius. I'm a little butthurt. I'm gonna be honest with you on this one. Just because it's disappointed me every single time I've kind of saw potential in it. That doesn't mean it's off the trade list. $29.89 is going to be like step one. Step two is $30, which is that psychological number, and then at that point, bam, that's small pocket, and that could get us started moving in the right direction. But my question is this not enough volume, and is that why we just here for Peyton's head? That's suspect.
What?
That's a suspect thing to say, but
Whoa.
Who said that?
Now he's banned.
that was, I'm pretty sure, a girl, but she blonde mobbed you? She's super blonde, yeah.
Dude, I seen that ring. I showed it to my girl the other day. That thing is nice, Potter.
Oh, the ring I bought Peyton?
Dude,
Thank
that
you,
thing
man.
is beautiful.
I designed that bad boy, bro. I was a little scared. He told my jeweler, was like, man, pink diamonds are risky, dude. I ain't gonna lie, but that could look so good. I was like, bro, let's try it. Send me a mock-up. And he sent me the mock-up. I was like, run that shit, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I showed my girl. She's like, damn. She's like, it's not my like thing, but that shit is like heat. She loved it.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I don't like IWM's movement right now. It looks all poopy. Spy. What are we doing over here? Spy still ripping. Heading to that 753.84 right here. Yeah. Why would you show his girl? She was literally thinking, where's my ring? Yeah, dude, the pressure's on, bro.
Hey, that's why we're here, bro.
So, yeah, there you go. Dude, if anybody, I don't know, my jeweler works with people, but dude, he makes, like, if you have an idea of something that you want to make, man, he is really good at helping making that come to life. Like, even if it's just the mock-up that you want from him, he'll make it happen. Yeah. Have I entered any trades yet? Nope. I've only exited a few. that I had for swings. Low key kind of forgot about. I've got a lot of really good equity purchases right now. Like Roku is a super surprise. That one's lifted me up a lot. Target actually is well, it was a little bit more earlier, but Target has been fucking phenomenal. Junior, are you still in Target with me, dude? I know we were both long holding that bad boy.
Hell yeah, since '94, baby. I got it at $94.
Yeah, I got 89.85. 89.85 is my average on that. It's right there, dude. What a great that's why Walmart analysis.
He bought Elf when he talked about it like a couple weeks ago.
Let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Yeah. Dude, I have high hopes for Elf. You guys obviously know that, but this is exactly the kind of I mean, I got a lot of money in Elf. Let's just say that. Yeah. Yeah. Same shit it did last time. Exactly correct. I just got an alert on Duolingo. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oh, okay. Are they caca?
Yeah. That's why I wasn't to get in last week. But
caca cucaracha?
Yeah, bro. You take a look at them, but the setup looks good.
The setups look good. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, dude, when you were gone, fucking meta, bro, 4,500%.
Dude, I was watching you guys post those percentages. I was like, God damn, I might not come back.
Every time you're gone, dude.
Dude, that is it. We didn't really talk about that, bro. That's fucking weird. I mean, somebody said maybe you're seeing something. And I'm like, kind of? Because, like, when I see the market might slow down, I'm like, well, this would make a good time to go on a vacation. But, yeah, it's fucking weird.
And then you make a bag every time, bro.
Bro, every time, dude, those puts, that was the only trading I did, bro, was like, obviously I had, some weird runners here and there, but yeah.
You know, it makes a lot of sense because whenever you leave, you're leaving right after empty space. And a lot of times, and a lot of these stocks, what they like to do, they like to rip us right back down.
Yeah, yeah.
Dump.
After the fucking squeeze, too, man. That shit.
Right. It's kind of, I feel
Bro.
like SMCI, like they squeezed us and fucking ripped us back down. It's like just.
Dude, Duolingo has the worst contracts I've ever seen in my life.
Told you, bro.
Not. Holy shit, dude. It is such a good setup. Fuck.
Dude, the 135 are not terrible. They're like, the spread is terrible, but I played it a little bit last week. They do catch IV.
Now, do they actually... Okay, you're right. It is... I mean, that's not the worst. Okay, yeah. That's just something that, you put 2 contracts if you really... it's just good. It's getting hard to catch that one. Am I still in Oracle? No, I'm not. I hedged myself on earnings, and I'm going to be honest with you. I got out a little red.
Got out of that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna hold it on Friday, bro, until
Yeah.
Friday. I got out, and that's when I took a hit.
Now, the net gain on Oracle, way positive. So, no complaints. But, yeah. Didn't quite work out. No, I will say this: that opportunity has now been left for a later date, so we have that opportunity as well. Ask Junior if he sold those Metacons before Target. Those Joker asked you that. McDonald's up.
Yeah,
Well, wonder why.
I sold most of them. If I would have held all 10 of them, I would have made like $7,500.
Yo, why am I so bright right now? Am I from heaven? Okay, there we go. The light.
I paid 16 cents for that contract, and I sold it for fucking like almost $800 on that.
Damn.
One problem I have is Celsius gave me like very strong PTSD because I bought in at $30. This months and months and months ago, it went all the way up to 60. I was like, wow, what an equity play, blah blah blah. And within a week, it was like back to $28. So like now I feel like when I'm up this heavy, aka Elf, like on equity, I feel like I should fucking press the sell button. But
Oh, dude, but listen, Exactly, because that's like having, you and your ex-girlfriend used to pie you in the face all the time. Every time you walk around the corner, and I'm not talking like a gentle, like she basically bitch slap you with a pie. And then you start a new relationship, you break up with her, you're tired of the pies. A year later, you date this girl, and it's your birthday, and she comes around the corner with a pie. It's not her fault that you got pied in the face. You know what I mean? So you gotta, it's your responsibility to let that trauma go, right? So because you don't want to get cream pied, or any other pie, period. But that being said, what happened on that event? Can we boil that down to mismanagement, right? Because could you have sold? Could you have on that last rip, right, or whatever that $30 rip? Did it lose something that told you that potential reversal was going to keep happening, right? So to take what happened on Celsius and say this is going to happen on Elf is toxic, right? It is unhealthy and it's not fair to Elf. But
Potter,
yeah, what's up?
take a look at Mara.
All right. All right. I looked at it and I hate it. What's up? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Okay, bro. I'll die, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I almost have a complete vendetta against this bastard. However, I can recognize, and maybe it's now time for like the miners to start to start like actually gaining value. God.
Midway, okay, bro.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Anyway, my son was like, I shouldn't say this. My son was playing this online game on the VR, and there's like people who like mine for these rocks in this game. It's like Minecraft or something like that. And I hear him in the living room, and he's like, "Where are the miners at?" And I'm like, "Ayo, ayo." I was like, "Dude, it's okay because you're a kid, but try not to shut that out again, bro, please." It's like, do that, bro, not on the internet. It's like, bro, you're not. It's what you should have said, but you can't say that, dude.
I would have been dying.
I was crying, laughing. Bro. I'm like, bro, you can't shout that out, bro.
I'm like, hey, yo, what are you saying, bro?
Oh shit. Um. Oh God, Jose, chill out.
What is what
He said, "Subtext brackets to start talking about minors." Oh my God! All right, 15. So I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like how dirty the empty space is, right? Like comparatively to like that, or even like that rip, or something like that. Like that's something that I like. It will create an easier path for price to move through. But I think what's more apparent to me is the fact that it is and has been maintaining this long-winded channel. I mean, that's not something that you should, or I should, or anybody should ignore, because obviously it's building and it's had ample opportunity to go and find itself a new low. So I mean, again, it's maybe not my preference, but it is something that does look like news or sector could potentially add value to that. But at the moment, I would say 19, 20, or $18 would be my target to the upside on that. So.
Okay, bet.
Is this a huge green flag? What's up, boss?
Oh, I was gonna. I didn't mean to interrupt there.
You're
I
fine.
was just gonna ask if you wanted to look at Dash.
Sure.
The empty space up isn't crazy good. The weekly looks pretty good, but the consolidation looks really good.
Okay. I am real quick. We got a really significant bounce off of snow. I'm glad I didn't move on that one, but it is looking like it might go over 239.50, which I could try to take this up speculatively to 247. Excuse me. It's moving in that direction. Contracts are expensive though. Schwab looks really good with a stop loss of like 91.94 with 2 weeks out. That one looks pretty good. Tractor Supply is fucking moving like a tractor. All right, so real quick, Walmart, yeah, this could be a potential green flag. I'm not a bull flag, a green flag in terms of, this is good. You are holding a support. Yes, if this can bounce, flip, and push up against 190, 120, 120, 150, fire. I'm going to read this right here.
Yo, Potter, have you looked at the weekly chart on Roku, bro?
Yeah, that's why I bought it.
It looks fucking good, dude.
Yeah. Or you the goat or teaching this strategy. I struggled for a while. Yeah, I remember. For a while learning because all this was new to me. So I took a break, digested everything, and now I've been starting to make these gains regularly. I struggle with staying patient sometimes, but I can finally see the clear setups. Took this punch back on the Friday. Dude, let's go. And you're done with 1,000% trade. Wake up, 1,000% trade, and you're motherfucking done.
Beautiful,
Brother.
dude. Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Love it.
You know what? Back to vacation. I'm out of here. I'm just kidding.
Lunch is on you today.
Where's the tacos at, Potter? What's up, dude?
I had tacos last night, dude. Oh my god. So good. It was really good, actually. Yeah, I did like McDonald's. You said what?
Oh shit. McDonald's look fucking damn.
Yeah, McDonald's looks good. I do like McDonald's a lot. This one has more potential than just what's directly up in front of it. Obviously, you know, that would be right around the 323.65. But yeah, this one is pushing up against the floor. I was looking at this one to go up into the $300 target. So yeah, 2 weeks out would probably be a solid target there. So what's up, CeeLo? Failure is systematic. My has melted. Off it and off the helpless. Yeah, dude, no. Sure. Yeah. Yes. I didn't mean to say no. Yes. I mean, obviously, with you bouncing off of the floor and being consolidated on that floor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, yes. Yes, that absolutely is something that you would be looking at to the top, right? And then obviously that would be, so this is where our system can really give us the confidence to see more, right, than what's, on the lower time frame. So let's do this, right? If this is 2 off the bottom and already 2 off the top, then this would be the third. Third is typically where we look for a break. So one could say, well, the probability has increased to a potential $200 target. I think that's fair. Oh my god. Ding. Oh, thanks, brokerage. I really love how you didn't fill me on snow, you sick son of a bitch. Don't walk in. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want that fill anyway. I wanted to pay more money for it. That's crazy, you know. Take away stress, we ganja, cop it, and blow it all out. We've all forgotten. Ain't stop it. Ain't this dirty, filthy.
Are you looking for like 2 weeks out?
Multiple. This is a scattered array of contracts. Yeah, so we're looking at two tiers this week and next. Got my live account for futures, paid myself for the first time in a long time last week. Let's fucking go, my boy. So let's do our final level of investigation here. What do we need? We need empty space. Do we got it? We got it. We got it. So I think, yeah, this could be a good step, right? Maybe by the end of the day, as long as we're above 161, this is good. So we're looking for the 166 to go and break. Now, why do we take longer expirations? Because we're inside of a box with multiple areas of resistance above us. So, oh, I just hopped on voice chat. I missed your voice. Oh, I missed you too, Zebo. At all costs, I won't share with my infants. Keep balling. Just gotta stay focused. I just gotta keep balling. I was gone for so long, I almost missed Cade. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Hey, did you guys clip that?
Yeah, if you clip that, I'm gonna fucking delete the whole Discord. Yo, one. What the fuck? What's up, Michael? Can I go over Elf again?
Yeah, it's going to 120.
I do like this. A weekly is, I mean, obviously a little weak here. My way, I keep walking. On my way, I keep walking. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so you have one formidable resistance above you. You have a decent area of consolidation below you that you've just bounced off of and pulled yourself out of. So let's get above that pre-market high of 133, and I think you'd be on your way to a 142 and potentially much more with all that empty space to the upside. So. I grabbed a few of those. Well, let me actually check to make sure I got fucking filled. I must have had a personal broker, dude. He forgot about me.
What?
I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I had a question.
What's up?
I was thinking about getting 275s for next week. I'm aiming for the empty space all the way on 1 hour.
Why are you so raspy right now, dude? Trying to seduce me or something?
Maybe a little bit.
Hey, yeah. 257 and 275 are the targets. So if my thesis is correct, and this is the contraction, therefore I should be expecting expansion, then I think that could be pretty reasonable.
Okay.
I'm watching IWM. Baby.
Did you get anything on IWM?
Yeah, I got a widow play, only $500.
I got a littler put $100.
Hey, a littler. Dude, I cannot wait for my new contacts to get here, dude. He showed me, like, dude, this eye doctor was so good. He practically had his finger in my brain at some point, but this dude, like, told me everything about my eyes. He told me that the last eye doctor I went to fucked my shit up, and then showed me what I should be seeing, dude. I've never seen like that before in my life. I didn't even know life looked like that. I thought life was... Dude, I'm not even joking, bro. When he did that in there, I was like, low-key got like a little frog in my throat. I was like, is this how colorblind people feel? Like, oh, shit, when they put them glasses on. And I have astigmatism that that hadn't been found yet. So he, like, helped me with that. All right, can you guys start with the licking toes? What's up?
I was gonna say I have the same thing, like stigmatism. Dude, I don't know how to drive at night. This is some demon work.
Dude, yeah, nighttime driving has gotten really hard, but he's like, yeah, one of your eyes are like kind of flat. I'm like, that's that eye that has the stigmatism is the only eye I've ever been hit in, like punched in my face. I got hit so hard by a senior when I was a sophomore in my fucking eye with his, and yeah, I was like, maybe flatten my fucking eyeball.
Oh fuck! I was gonna say your head looks kind of flat.
You know what, buddy? That's because you're seeing me in 2D. All right. Dork, you don't even know how shapes work.
A lot of people have flat spots. Dude. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my glasses back too. So my round glasses are back. I stopped wearing them because the prescription that I got was so fucked. They hurt my head. Wait, assistant hunter? Wait, are you talking about like, is this my assistant hunter? Because that just reminds me of this song. You guys, anybody watch The Office? So fun. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yo, IWM falling.
Watching Dash is ripping there. This is the 50% mark, by the way, of the between this and the floor. That one night, you made everything alright. So good. On Semiconductor, looks like it might go tap overhead resistance tomorrow. Maybe. Ooh, that looks fucking awful. Throw that in the trash. LDOS alert? What the fuck is this? Wait, what? Oh, okay. I don't know why I have an alert on this. Maybe one of you guys asked me about this a long time ago for the short, but yeah, it's happening. Thinkorswim, Ivy. All right, new low on IWM there. Contracts are moving for me. Just refresh the page. Apple? I did not like Apple. I mean, it's okay. The consolidation I liked, but okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's actually, damn, it's doing the thing. Okay, so you held up. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it back. At least over the, you're looking at the 296.98, 297 mark. I have an overhead resistance target of 298.42, 298.67. Nice. IWM. I did. I actually saw this other guy, Stocks. It was like literally Bible and Stocks, I think is his name. And it was like he was just like showing the gains page off in his Discord. And it's another person who's just trying to use like religion to reel people in. And it was like, and I said that I couldn't help myself. I ended up fucking saying something, but I was like, they were spending $600 to make 80. 600 on weekly contracts to make $80. And I'm like, oh my God. I've been seeing him for a minute. I'm a spiritual man, but not the place. That's just what I'm saying. I mean, it's, everything the stock market, I mean, it's just so much manipulation, even when it comes to this shit. It's like, dude, especially if you're new, and that's where like I don't want people to be here just because they like me. Like they think that they like how I talk or something like that. Like that's not like or my eyeballs, but like, your loyalty will cost you if your loyalty, which there's no need for loyalty. This is the fucking stock market. Now, if you find something that works and you want to stick with it, like that's great, awesome. But you need to be, and this is just, a video I've made before, but like people need to be more like cutthroat with people who are trying to supposedly help. Like stop being friends with people first and see if they actually have something of value to offer you. It's like, if you want to be friends with that person, just be friends, but don't let that be the reason why you're purchasing one of their memberships. It's just kind of silly. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole like using. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's people who use they've used MAGA, they've used like black culture to sell memberships. There's this Wall Street Trapper, dude. He's been having a 90% sell on his course for 4 years straight. And it's like he's selling Investopedia. I have proof of this. Yeah, bro. And like that's his his Trapper blueprint. And it's like, bro, your name is Wall Street Trapper for sure. You know what I mean? Because you were trapping, like for sure. But like you're using, I mean, again, I'm not there. There's no protective lines in this. It's like you're using that to market to people. That's not what's going to make you profitable. You know, it could be anything. I mean, there's literally, I mean, I saw like Goy slop trading. I mean, I thought that was funny as shit, but you know, it's like at the end of the day, the stock market's a stock market. You need to find value, not somebody that you like. You might actually learn a great strategy from somebody you think is an asshole. And I know that there are people in here who don't really like my political views or the shit that I have to say, or they wish I was more professional. I understand. It's not going to happen, but
I thought you were in the beginning when I first joined.
professional? I'm sorry for lying.
No, fucking, I didn't know, dude.
You cut off, Papa.
Fucking, you know, it was just a completely different language, bro. That shit
Yeah.
was hella intimidating.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like you just the way you are, Croissant.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wee. IBM died.
You could be less white. That's all right.
You know, I spent a great deal. I spent a great deal of time at the beach trying to increase melanin production, and you get what you get. Okay, so sorry.
No, you're trying to be more brown. That's cute.
What's hilarious is because as a black person, you try to tan less.
Dude, isn't that funny? Isn't it funny that like some cultures have skin bleaching, like if because they're too dark, and then white people are trying to get darker? It's so weird, bro. But dude, I'd love to try to explain human civilization to an alien. That would just be a comedy show. You'd be
legit try to avoid the sun.
If a woman has straight hair, she wants
Curly.
curly hair. If she
Yeah.
has curly hair, she wants straight hair. If she's
Yeah.
skinny, she wants a booty. If she has too much booty, she wants to be skinny.
Hold on. Let's stop right there.
No different.
No, there's no such thing as too much booty. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Agreed, but some women would disagree.
yeah, obvious. Yes, of course. Yes, it's their butt. So it's their butt. Yeah. INTC. Are you long on this right here? Are you long?
No. I was thinking back down.
Back down. Ah, okay. Okay. Well, I like to pop out. Yeah. Okay. I see why.
I put my chart in the live trading chat. If that.
Sunderman? No, that's not you. That's okay. I was about to say it was. Oh, in the bubble. Yeah, no bubble unless we're. Yeah, you're all good. You're good. Yeah. So I mean, on a reversal side of the things, yeah, this is something that if it can break this cost basis, would definitely be looking at a gap fill to the downside. So yeah, I like that. It'd probably play into the hands of. Oh, that's too crispy. Yeah, you got it. Human nature, grass is always greener on somewhere else. Yeah, it helps to listen to the complaints of people on the other side, though, because they have complaints too. Israeli drone strike on car in South Lebanon kills driver. I mean, it's making us seem like oracles in here. You said UPST? Oh, dude. Holy shit. Yo, hold on. Pause. Look. Uncanny. What is that coming from? I have no idea.
You still have your UPST?
Nah, man. I cleared everything out. Obviously, except for a couple of things, but no, I don't have UPST at the moment. All right, let's see. No, I don't hate that at all. And I think that 3450 the closer you get to that, the better. And yes, you'd be looking for oh, that's clean. Yeah, I might take that. 3844. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. 3850. I can see that as a real tangible target. So Costco. It's 165 of you guys on here. I will live trade with you guys again if we can get that 50K like mark hit, if possible. Because I'm going to be live for about another 30, 45 minutes if if we don't see any triggers. Still in snow.
Hey, check out UNH.
$409.89, $411. No,
Thanks. Yeah, it came down and hit that 400.
Yeah, it did. It bounced right the fuck back up. It looks good, actually, man. That's a great consolidation bounce, or bounce and then basically almost punch back here. So, all right. So real quick for Costco, 24-hour time frame. We do have a hold of the floor. That's good. Good news there. You have mostly empty space above you. However, you have hit some major overhead resistance, keeping you compressed. So obviously that compression set to break. You got a great box here on the 4-hour. Good floor and a good decent little range here directly up above you. So I think step one is just getting a candle close against or outside of 285.17. Then obviously 996 with the punch back, and you got a ton of empty space up there. So Indonesia, bro, I like you. You're from Indonesia? And you like me? I'm from America. I like you. Dude, I'm like looking at my P&L right now, and I'm like, keep wondering what the fuck I'm up on. It's Elf.
Did you pick up any of those Duolingos?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I grabbed like literally. One second. I wasn't about to buy a lot of that, dude. Yeah, 135 calls for June 18th. So, what's up, my chow?
Kind of suck, but it's moving.
Good morning, man. Good afternoon. That reminds me of Ace Ventura. I like you, then spits in your eye. Yeah. Do not pass go. Do not collect $300. Why is it not skyrocketing with war peace news? Think about it for just a second. What would make investors nervous right now? I don't know. Maybe that peace deal being in jeopardy because it's reliant on Israel stopping. Gross. Gross. Good morning. I lost 1,000 USD, bro, on gold. Ah. All right, if I hear this one more time, I'm gonna fucking lose it like that. Oh my god. Remember tomorrow's Taco Tuesday? Yeah, it is. It's a short week too, so and it's quiet and it's triple witching. So it's honestly should have fucking taken another week. No, there probably gonna be something, but it's
You said short week. What are we off on Friday or what?
yeah, Friday's off.
Okay.
Juneteenth.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. How much you want to bet Trump tries to cancel it? I guarantee you Trump tries to cancel it. Not on that day, but he'll probably tweet some heinous shit about it.
Think about Apple punching back over cost basis.
Yeah, I could put that on Kalshi, right? Or Kalashi? I like calling it Kalashi. Reminds me of cereal. Does candle close have to be exact same to make it a Potter box? I mean, give or take, yeah, you want those candle closes to be secured around the same area. It's not always going to be like picture perfect sometimes. You might have a penny or two off, but it should be close. Points of contact to what you're looking for. If this thing again, man, if 133.21, same thing as this morning. It's got a great retest, but it just needs to flip that overhead high. Yeah, bet on Trump tweeting about Juneteenth. How do you make a bet? That would be really fun. Is Hood still ripping here? No, it's holding. Oddly.
Snow is right there. It's about to trigger.
I was actually so mad that it was June.
Snow's looking good. Oh. Amazon stock put to 230 easy. I think this person's trying to. Not until it loses 245. IWM's moving slow right now, man. It's just hit a floor. It's got empty space back up above it, so I'm pretty certain that over 295.90, I'm just going to go and fill that up, and then the day's done until later. So far, Snow is the only one that's kind of really Hood already moved, but wow. Wow. Potter, I'm stuck in Netflix about to cut, but I don't want the cut at Max Payne. 85s for Friday. Oof. Ouch, bro. Dude, you filled up all of your empty space and then completely reversed, bro. So I mean, maybe we can try and help you catch a bounce on this thing, but so I mean, the good news, I guess, if you will, is that you did just hit structure, which has you bouncing, and then okay, so this is going to be the need to hold, need to reclaim. So step 1, 8065, and again, really detailed here because we're in need of detail. You're going to want to see this thing back over 8077. And at that point, there is small pockets that you could possibly go fill back up. And there is a channel as well that's being held here as well. So I think if you could just make sure you maintain that stop loss underneath you. If this thing can climb back up, you could at least get a better exit. So you said Snow is touching the green line. Yeah, I'm already in, bro. It's getting very, very close. Just yeah, very close. But a lot of tech stocks have popped and then dropped, so sticking at the stop loss. Do you see Elon trolling people and correcting them whenever they called him a billionaire? He went on a tons of posts hitting them with the trillionaire. Yeah. I've also seen him bitch about fucking shit online. Just fucking so that man irritates the living fuck out of me. I just don't know how someone could be so stupid and smart at the same time. Like, great businessman, obviously, which doesn't mean you're a good person at all, but the dude's a fucking, I don't know. With great power comes, Spider-Man's fucking, Uncle Ben type shit. Great power, great responsibility. Dude has great power and just fucking doesn't give a fuck how he uses it. And honestly, there's a dude named God Saad or some shit like that writes these books that I think have literally fucking like stolen fucking Elon. I mean, like, he writes these book about, like, what is it called? Suicidal empathy. Talking about how how we shouldn't be, that society is empathetic to criminals. I think that that's a misinterpretation of society gaining the understanding on why criminals exist, why crime exists, where crime exists, and then understanding and wanting to stop that rather than just continuing to do what history has done and to try to isolate it when then it becomes a problem for later. And it's like society as a whole is understanding that. Yeah, his kids do hate him. Yeah, God Sod or some shit like that. But it's just real quick, guys, when IWM hits this wick, so if you're looking to sell or this was your first trim, this is the safest target here. Anything else is in the runner territory, so I'm gonna try and hold it all the way just because I don't have a huge position. It's like, I don't think anybody's empathetic to rape, pedophiles and stuff like that. P-files, I guess I can't call it that on TikTok, but yeah. Crime gets romanticized by mentally ill people who like write letters to fucking inmates, But I don't think that represents the whole of society or I do look at R. Kelly fans. I mean, some people who look at that and they're like, he didn't do anything wrong. That's pretty crazy. That was perfect. If you guys just trimmed on IWM, perfect bounce. A lot of times, some people will grab bounce trades off of that just to see, but look how many serial killers get married after receiving life. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's alarming, is to say the least. Everybody turned on R. Kelly. Dude, go look up his fan base. He still has a strong fan base. Strong. There were women that sent their daughters to live with him. So, you said Roblox is moving finally? I mean, I guess we're guilty of it too, huh, Degen? Roblox is moving. Not for me, but oh, well, shit. That looks good. So it's really just that overhead box here now. Yeah. I would say yes, the great majority of people turned against, R. Kelly, but I think overall there are still people who are fans, so. I'm listening to right now. Hyped up elevator music.
Nah, this is Chick-fil-A music right there.
That was Chick-fil-A music. I don't like how nice they are to me in those lines, dude. That shit fucking wakes me up. Like, can I get you anything else? Is there anything in this world that I could put on your chicken sandwich for you right now, please?
Wild.
Put me behind that desk right now.
He said R. Kelly just needs a fire TikTok edit. Leon. That's so funny, but then at the same time. Yeah, that.
Do you mind look at now when you get a chance.
Who is that?
NOW.
Oh yeah. What you looking at on this one?
It's making. I think it's making a box. The looking at 3 minute could go all the way to.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, you're way down here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so let's zoom out first because that's gonna give me a better idea of where we're at. Okay, so let's go ahead and map this out. Where did we break out from? We had to punch through that box, which we've retested this morning. We created a small range. That range has been difficult for us to reclaim, so that could be signal 1 for reclamation to the upside. Let's zoom that in. 15-minute, 2 bounces off the bottom, no gap fill, still no floor reclaim, but 106.16 or anywhere in those wicks could set that off. 106.77 being the potential catalyst to get you to 108. So there's, let's see, the 5-minute. Okay, I see what you're doing here. Okay, so yeah, if you can get overhead 106.50, then that would set you up to potentially get up into that 108. It's not obviously great with the lack of empty space, except for when you zoom out. If you zoom out, there's obviously a decent amount of that. But you're in a weird, I would say this as well, you're in a weird place on the 2 hour. It's like you're dead slap center in the middle of that range. So I think 106 is literally one of the more important levels to get across because you've got the floor. So on a higher time frame, you know, there is potential here to get up into the top 105. So I have multiple names at Chick-fil-A. They say my pleasure. That's pretty funny. Walmart ready for entry here. Yeah, maybe. You need a good stop loss, good expiration. But it does have a good gap fill to go and get, and it does have a good channel that it dropped out of and then pulled itself back in. So I mean, I like that a lot, but obviously, yeah, you still need to 120.27. So you ordered a hat? Did somebody order a hat, Ivy? What's up?
I was gonna say McDonald's for 300 next week does not look bad.
Oh yeah, we talked about this one earlier. Yeah, I'm gonna wait to the end of the day on this one since it's pulled back off of that. But yeah, I do like this one. Once it moves through the structure, it does have good empty space. So yeah, it's got a lot of empty space actually. So yeah, I do like this one a lot. Oh, I don't have the hats for sale anymore. That was a one-time thing.
I got a signed Potter hat. Oh, that's $300.
Yeah, you can buy the resales. I'm gonna wait to the end of the day on that one. How's the watch list from yesterday working or looking? Well, Hood already did it, and I had some kind of like off the cuff contracts that I was just hanging onto over my break. But that one worked out well, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. Schwab is looking good. Just waiting for the end of the day on that one. Snow, I already took a position on inside of the box, speculative, light risk, but I'm looking for a break over 244 to get us up into, well, there's a little bit of a other downtrend that we're still that's in control. So I'm looking for that break outside of 245.75 to get me up to 257.80 and beyond for a retest up there. Tractor Supply hasn't really done anything at all, so not really pressed on that one at all. In fact, I'm so willing to drop shit off of my watch list if it doesn't fucking perform. That one still looks good, so I'm going to keep it on there. And then Carvana, that does look good, but obviously this is something that I'm waiting. It's going to be a while before I make a decision on this one. It has a gap down below it, and I'd like to kind of actually look at it potentially short, but we'll see. So, it's decent. All right. I need a coffee break. We'll be right back. I'll leave the stream up. if you're on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and close the YouTube stream down. So if you guys like to hop over to TikTok for the remaining amount of time, you can do that. I really didn't expect Robinhood to make this big of a move this corning. Can I buy now? Buy what now?